Hey, Shalom, Akim, to Rakam, Akapash, Jimis, Loni, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Bashim, Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole world, expression his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. This is just a a fairly quick one. About to start working that, and yeah, I just want to get a video put out today. Got to keep fighting the spirit. Got to keep pushing these videos out, man. And so yeah, I went to this video on on fruit, fruit from the tree, good fruit, right? The good and the bad fruit, right? That's out here, man. And you got bad fruit, you're gonna get bad wine, man. You're gonna get bad, your gut's gonna, we gotta make sure that we're providing good fruit, that we're good trees providing good fruit, and we continue to do so, man, because there's so many out there that have picked up this truth, this knowledge, all right, and have gone their own way with it, rooted themselves and pushing their own product out there, right, packaging it up differently, right, and pushing their own doctrines and their own agendas out there, for our people to consume, right. But a bad tree bringing forth bad fruit, all right, and that's the majority of these camps that are out there that are not teaching the true doctrine, the true gospel. Okay, they're all coming under that bad tree, and they're all rotten fruit. All right, so I just wanted to get into this a little bit, right? So we'll start here in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. It says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." Right? They're those with their own agendas, their own MOs, right? And their care is not really about the care of the sheep. They're not about feeding the sheep, with proper nourishment. They're about feeding their own bellies, which is their own minds, their own hearts, their desires, their lusts. All right, for whatever reason it may be, because they might have slightly different reasons as to why they do what they do. All right, a lot of it is just to feed their own ego. To acquire things in the world, to establish one's legacy in the world and all that kind of stuff, to feel high and mighty and whatever. All right, whatever the reason is, right? These men, they come up in a way to beguile you, to deceive you, all right? Really to further their own interests. All right, verse 16 says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits." All right, do men gather grapes or thorns or figs or thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Right, and that's what it is, man. If you're a corrupt tree, a corrupt root, man, you're gonna bring up corrupt fruit. All right, like I said, there's people that come into this truth and they've learned under the elders and apostles. They've learned the right things, they learned the right way, but they decided to leave off that way, right? Because we're all kind of branches, we're all stems from that good fruit, from the elders and apostles and their elders, giving this knowledge, man, giving this truth. All right, so we're all kind of branches from that same tree, right? But the guys that want to depart from that and root themselves, make themselves their own tree kind of thing, and because you're not right in the mind, because you're proud or whatever, you want to put your own mix on it, you're just gonna bring forth corrupt and evil fruit, man, bad fruit. All right, because you're not being sustained, you're not being raised correctly, man. You're not being given the not being sustained right. You're not being nourished with the correct nourishment, man. Okay, you refuse that nourishment. Okay, you refuse that rebuke. You refuse to learn the right way. Okay, because you want to do it your own way, right? But now you've corrupted yourself. Now you're you've fallen off, right? Anyway, it says verse 18: "A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and is cast into fire." Right, and that's what's going to happen to these all these other groups. Eventually at some point, the not GOCC, no, Comfy's old group, the complicated alphabet one, right? JCGC, whatever it is, right? Yeah, that's got hewn down, man. The comfort has been hewn away, right? Because he was wicked. He was going off, right? He's been taken out of the scene now, and his congregation, they're just floating out there in the wind or whatever, And that was really a warning to the other camps out there that are teaching these false doctrines, man. All right, but I guess everyone thinks it's not going to be them, right? Anyways, it says, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them, right? So, beginning of our elders and apostles, man, like, so we're understudies, we learned from them this truth, right? And, for us to be deemed good fruit, right, we'd have to, grow up from that tree, right? We have to grow up from the root of where we learned, right? And that's why, we're going on about continuing the things which thou hast learnt, man, because that was, the good tree that was the nourishment, this truth, this doctrine, that was our nourishment, man. Okay, to bring forth good fruit, right? The ones that are out there teaching this truth, this word now, under the guidance of the apostles, man, they're of that good fruit. But you got those that depart from that way and become, like I said, they want to become their own tree, right? But that's that tree, or what they are, is corrupt and wicked. So when it's their time to bring in their fruit, because they get their camps, they get their congregations and that, and they build up the subscription base, and they start selling the merchandise, and the whole nine. They're all they're able to produce is evil fruit. Other guys that are not in the right mind, just like the root of that. The root of the congregation, or that person, is not in the right mind. So it can only bring forth bug outs, man. You can only bring forth those that are not right. All right. So we gotta trust in where we got this truth from. Okay, that's why we give double honors and to the elders, the apostles, right? Because we have to identify and recognize that the Lord, the Most High, used those men to bring us this truth, man, so we could be nourished. All right. It says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, right? So the doctrine is important, man. We've got to do it as we were told to do. The message we got to give or send that is the message that, that was given to us, man. It can't be different. Right? You can't decide to change it up. Elder Ricard, the GLCC, he out there teaching Edomites can be saved and stuff, man. Mermaids, what's that? The other good one, the planets, the angels. He's teach that. I don't know if he still teaches that or whatever, but he's come out with some bugged out doctrines over the years, man. And it's just a sign of of that bad fruit, man. Okay, from bad fruit comes bad wine, bad doctrines, man. Bad philosophies, bug out doctrines, man, that don't make no damn sense. And all these other groups have got these bad doctrines, man. Concerning the MOTB and whatever else that they teach, sex in the Sabbath, whatever it is. Bad fruit, gives you bad wine, bad juice, bad philosophy, bad doctrines, right? So we have to be careful, man. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 14. It says, but continue thou. Let me jump up actually. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. Okay, these bad trees, giving off this bad fruit, right? These men, evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived, right? Because they're deceived and they're deceiving the congregation. All right? And it's just going to get worse because you can keep believing in that. All right, so but continue thou in the things which thou hast learnt and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learnt them. All right, so like I said, that's why it's important to acknowledge how you came in this faith, man. How you came up. Okay, how you learned, who taught you. Right? And why did you allow yourself to be taught by these men if you didn't believe in them, right? It's Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. right? So you want to depart from the word which was given to you, man. That's because really you're corrupt. You know, you're inherently corrupted, man, and you can't be made right, man. Okay, unless you repent. You know? The Lord ain't really dealing with you, man. And I think I jumped the gun a bit. I think I wanted to get something else before that one. But I didn't have this arranged in the right order exactly. So what was it? Yeah, I think I wanted this first. So First Galatians chapter 6 says, I marvel that ye are soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahweh Shai unto another gospel, right? So like I said, we was given this gospel through our teachers, our elders and apostles, right? So we was given the gospel, right? But then it says, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahweh Shai unto another gospel. So, you know, for one reason or another, you decide that that wasn't the truth no more, that you think this is the truth now, and, you know, you changed your mind on it, or whatever, then you start to teach something different. All right, it says, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahweh Shai. Right, so you got perverts out there, man. That man's out trying to pervert the gospel, man. You know, and I mentioned a couple of them already. You know, they're perverting the scriptures. All right, and you know, because it sounds nice into some people's ears, that they join unto them, man. You know, producing that bad fruit. All right. It says verse 8 says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you other than which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Right? So if anyone tried to turn you aside from the doctrine that you were taught, the gospel that you were taught, right? Let him be accursed, man. Don't matter who it is. You know, an angel, Satan on your shoulder, whispering sweet nothings into your ear, convincing you that, oh no, this breakdown's wrong. Yeah, no, they're going off, man. They ain't right. The Lord ain't doing those, man. You know what this really means? Yeah, it means this. Yeah, you should start your own thing. They ain't, they're too old. They ain't qualified, you know, and so on and so on, right? You got devil in the back of everybody's mind, whispering shit in your ears. You know, you need to not give heed to these demons, to these devils, man. You know, because that's what they're out here trying to do. You know, take you off the path, man. That's their job, right? That's the fight. That's the spiritual fight, right? Making you doubt. Okay, you're messing with your faith. All right. So we need to like, keep the armor up, man. You know, brothers. You know, we talk about a little about praying, man. The apostles talk about a lot about praying and, you know, keeping strong. You know, Elder Apostle Rakai, he talked about keeping your medicine strong. You know, that praying and that fasting, right? Because you got to do everything you can, man, to fight Satan and you know, to fight the spiritual war, man. Because you don't want to get taken out at the last minute. God forbid. You know, you don't want to get taken out at the last minute, man. All right, so we need to keep our guard up, man. So when your mind starts talking shit to you, man, you know, just automatically assume you got Satan in your ear trying to draw you out, man. All right, you got to rebuke that. All right, we have to continue in the things that we was taught, man. Right, not be what's that word? Tempted into another doctrine, another gospel. All right. It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach, and this is the thing. It says, though we, even us, you know, because if we're the ones giving it to you now, if we're telling you, like, I guess a good case would be, you know, the whole situation with High Priest Arya and our apostles, beginning with Elder Apostle Dahar, right? Now, they learned under High Priest Arya, but we all know High Priest Arya, he left from really what he was teaching, right? And he went with Comfy in that to serve with Comfy, you know, being the God sent comforter. Like, we know, like, High Priest Arya was going off on that. So even if he came to tell you, oh no, you got to change this, you got to worship the comforter, like, you know, he's going off because it's not what he gave you. That wasn't the teachings that was given, right? So no, we ain't gonna listen to that. We're gonna stay with what we was given, man, from the beginning, right? Because even we, but though we or an angel from heaven, even you know you perceived that you saw an angel, or the angel told me in a dream, and yeah, he said, no, this ain't it. No, hey, the angel wasn't the one that brought you in the truth, man. Right? In that sense, like the Holy Spirit moved you, man. But at the end of the day, right? He ain't the one, going through the breakdowns with you, man. Right? We was guided in the Holy Spirit to our elders and apostles who taught us. All right? So we have to trust in that. We have to trust in the Spirit there and then, right? Because you got angels doing stuff like that as well, man. Getting people put to death, putting people to death, man, for straying from the path, right? So we're not here to take heed to any of these other doctrines, these other doctrines, man. Okay, because that's the definition of faith, man. You taught something, you stick with it. If you're wavering and that means your faith isn't really all that strong, man. Because anytime something comes along, it's gonna waver because you're not sure, and then you get all messed up in the mind. Anyways, though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And as we said before, I say now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that which ye have received, let him be accursed. Right? So yeah, man, hold tight, man. Hold tight to what you got. Just like the Lord told you, man. All right. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. I'll start with verse 3, right? It says, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahushai. For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahushai, right, which, a lot of people don't even want to talk about his name, man. They don't want to mention his name, or they want to change, the scope of what he's here to do. Like I said, Rakav GOCC, he teaching that everyone can be saved, man. He essentially a Christian that knows he's an Israelite. That's not what Yahushua is coming to do. He ain't coming to save everybody. That's not in the scriptures. So you're preaching a different Yahushua. You're preaching another anointed, another savior, right? And it's, we're not meant to entertain that, right? But anyway, it says, for if he that cometh preaches another Yahushua whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, and that's that crispy ass, leprous Jesus Christ that the people got on upon the earth today in all these churches. Right, that's another supposed savior, an idol, right? Because he ain't the anointed, the one that white skin, blue hair, blue eyes, blonde hair, Christ is not the anointed, man. That's nothing but a lie that Esau put up there to glorify himself, so you can worship him. that is it. That's not the Lord, right? So that's another case for another Yahushai, right? So for if he that cometh preach of another Yahushai, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit which we have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Right? Another spirit, like these guys, they're coming in a different spirit to the elders and apostles, right? High grand exalted priest Alazar, right? They're coming in a whole different spirit, even though they're meant to be students of GMS. They're in a whole different spirit. They've accepted another spirit. One of these demons, or a couple of these demons, right? That's not the spirit that was given to us, right? But it never satisfied you, man, because you were never happy with that. All right. Anyway. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1 says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, right? So there has to be these individuals, man, because it's written. There has to be these individuals. There has to be these oppositions and these contraries out there to us, to the truth. All right, they have to be out there, and some may even sound convincing, because some of these guys, yeah, they kind of know the scriptures, man, but they just they go mad, they go well left on certain things, you know. But it's always gonna be appealing to somebody's ears, man, right? So they're gonna get the, you know, build up the congregation, and they're gonna have people believing in them, but they're being led astray because these were nothing but bad fruit, you know. They're a bad tree, and they're gonna gather bad fruit. That's what their fruit is gonna be, because it's not, you know, built on the truth. It's not built upon Yahweh Shai, you know. It's not built in sincerity. It's not built in faith, right? So the only thing that's going to be produced is evil fruit, right? It says, in the latter time, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Like I said, man, you got Satan on your shoulder, in the back of your head, whispering into your ear. Oh yeah, that sounds deep. You know, oh, that's deep. Yeah, I bet no one else knows this breakdown. You know, all that stuff, man. You know, Satan doing his work, you know, beguiling people out here, right? Seducing spirits, right? So then doctrines of devils, right? Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. I thought I don't want to read down. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so we're going to end it with this one here, right? Let's see, I got to go to work anyway. This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 19. So like I said, there's got to be these guys out there that go off and become, you know, these men that oppose the truth, right? Teaching all kind of mad doctrines, and it has to be them, right? So 1 John 2 and 19 says, they went out, something at verse 18 says, little children, it is the last time, and as you have heard that the Antichrist shall come, even now there are many Antichrists. Okay, cutting that doctrine about there is that there's an Antichrist, a single Antichrist that's going to come into the world and do X, Y, and Z. No, there's many Antichrists. Anyone that doesn't believe in this truth is an Antichrist. It's as simple as that. That those that don't believe in this doctrine, okay, is an Antichrist, man. You're against the Messiah. You're against the Anointed One. All right? And so even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know it is the last time. Right? It says they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued. Not discontinued and started again. No, continued. You know? Not change it up. No, continued. Right? And it's the same with all these camps that are you know, high school dropouts, right? They just dropped out, right? And they set up their own thing, and you know, for the most part, because all, you know, the breakdowns have been broken down to them for the most part, you know, from the elders and whatever, they can run out there for a little while, they can know what they're talking about to a certain degree. But like I said, when them doctrines start coming, those, you know, false doctrines start coming in, man, these camps start waxing worse and worse, and more crazy doctrines start coming in. And after a while, man, these people disappear because, you know, they don't really have the desire, the drive, the faith to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're not serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai in truth either. So eventually the Lord gets rid of them. Right, these upstarts, man, they get rid of them, man, because they did not continue. They started doing their own thing. Right, but I'm going to read it again. They went out from us, but they were not of us. So those dropouts, man, they weren't of us in the first place. They were just corrupt souls. You know? So if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued. So if they were of the men of the Lord, if they're of the elect, they will continue in the things that they were taught. It's really quite simple. Unless you believe you're the top of the chain, that the truth didn't exist until you broke it down, which you know is a damn lie. Because the majority of us have come under somebody. Hell, all of us have, you know. So, you know, says said they would no doubt have continued with us, but they went out, that they may be made manifest that they were not all of us. Right, to be an example. that's what these guys are here for. Just like Esau is going to be made an example. Esau was made to be an example, to be made an example of, right? And the same thing is going to happen with these other camps. They're going to be made examples of, man. For those of them that don't get right and leave, or turn to the correct doctrine, because we believe there's going to be members out there that may come out of these different camps, right? But the actual groups themselves, they're going to get disbanded. They're going to disband them, man. Your leader's going to get struck down or whatever, or turn away from the lies that they were following and turn to the truth, whatever the case may be. But these camps that are out there now teaching their lies, okay, they ain't going to be doing that. But the Lord ain't, because the Lord ain't with them. All right, so eventually these camps are going to get destroyed, and the only ones that are left are the ones that had the truth the whole time. Because even like Nate, he's departed from the way he was brought up too. Right? And he's he's the leader of the ICPK, IUIC, So everyone that's coming underneath him right now, they're all being deceived with the same deception that he's under right now. Same with Johanna. They're just producing all this bad fruit out there that are hard-headed and are refusing the truth. There's already our elders and apostles, elder apostle and down, that really kept true to the doctrines, man, and the breakdowns, and uphold the name, uphold Yahweh Shai. It ain't these other groups, man. They're just like I said, rebellious, rotten fruit, man. But anyway, I hope this is edifying. I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. Oh, and yeah, this is gonna be actually no, because I'm waiting to an appeal to get sorted out, but my main channel is gone, so I'll be posting up on GMS at the gate 3 or 2. I don't remember what number it is at the moment, but yeah, on these sub accounts anyway. So yeah, I'll catch you brothers and sisters on them, and until next time, I shall shalom.